Good evening and welcome to Die Rollin. I'm the ever excitable Adam, and today I'm going to be unboxing the Stifling Dark and answering that age-old question, what's in the box? I'll also be opening up the Nightfall expansion as well as the mini expansion up in the top left there. So the Stifling Dark was, again, it was kickstarted last year, or maybe this, I think it was last year actually, maybe this year. Horror game, one versus many. It looks fantastic. So first of all, artwork, really cool. Let's take a look at the back. So that's what you're going to be doing. Here are these little spotlights, these little flashlights you're going to be using. It just looks really cool. So let's take a look inside. Nothing on the inside of the box. Then we have our core rules. And so we've got a bit of plot over there, our component list. And how many pages are you looking at? So you're looking about 11 pages of rules, an example around there, and then we've got the scenarios themselves. Great. Then we have the adversary rules. This will tell you the 3 different enemies in this game. So you have the insatiable horror, you have the butcher of Manchuk Swamp, and then the cult of Hunlo. So yeah, so the basic rules and then your adversary rules there. We then have a hidden movement kind of board here. So that's about the insatiable horror there. Looks fantastic. The cult of Hunlo, and then the butcher of Manchuk Swamp. On the other side, you have the butcher just kind of standing in the shadows there. We have this little tracker there as well. Let's take a look at our characters. So we've got Ara Wilson. It's fantastic. It's always good when they've got a little bit of information about them on there. Play style, objectives, minor ability and major ability, and then their actual stats and stuff themselves. We've got Asher Palacios, Brielle Easton, Dylan J. Lee, Ibrahim Hess, Lucy Bell, Mada K. Rorin. So we seem to have a different type of play style. So we've got support here, survival and objective. There's some additional characters here. Oh, and the bad guys. So you've got quite a few characters in this. So we've got Marcy Joe, a support character. Mitchell Carter, who's a scout. Vincent Campbell, support. So we've only got 1 scout in this whole game from the looks of it. And then we have the bad guys here. So we have the butcher, and that's fantastic. We've got a whole little kind of plot about who they are and what they're all about. That's fantastic. We've got the cultists, Morgonod, ethereal and corporeal, and then the insatiable horror. Okay, then we've got some objective cards. I guess these are cards which you're going to have to do to complete the game. So we've got initial objective, collect evidence. We have investigative rules, so investigate reaction. So these are basically double-sided player aids there. And then we've got the sawmill and we've got the amusement park. So depending on which one you're playing, you're going to be having one of these sides. So these must be the objectives then. So fixing the truck, empowering the gate, fire the flare, service tunnels, banish the butcher, and then investigated death on the back there, banish the cult, banish the horror, and round order and icon glossary. Okay, then we have the board itself. Now, the board is double-sided. We have a smaller board, which represents whichever board you're playing on. So we have the amusement park itself, which has got a nice little kind of mirror maze in there. It's got a carousel, a tunnel of love as well. You're going to be going through water on that. Lots of interesting like little locations there. A gift shop up there. So you're going to be moving through here, but this is the one that the kind of the bad guy is going to be keeping track of, like movements and stuff where they are on that. Whoop. And then everyone else is going to be playing on this board, which is a larger version of the smaller one that they have. And there's a sawmill on the other side there. Fantastic. Then we have all of our characters over here, and loads of little tokens there. And some more characters, our bad guys there, and then more tokens. Okay, and then what do we have here? Well, we've got a nice like kind of game tray thing there. We have our spotlight, and these are pretty weighty. And depending on which way these go, they're going to reveal different things. So you're kind of going to move your characters around on the board, and then decide which way they face, and then you do this, and then if something's here, you're going to reveal it, which is yeah, a pretty interesting mechanic. So you get 4 of those with some custom dice. It's always nice, custom dice. So we've got some movement dice here, and then a d6. Great, and it's going to be really easy to put all this stuff away because it tells you where everything goes in here, which is fantastic. We have a bunch of standees as well. Loads of baggies, like loads of baggies. Okay, and then we have our cards, so let's take a look. And if I'm honest, the older I get, the more and more I appreciate standees over miniatures, because I have to paint miniatures. I can't just play a game without... it's very rare I play a game without miniatures painted, unless there's like so many miniatures in the game that it's going to take me ages to actually play it. Like I'm really excited. I probably won't wait. I'll just get straight to it. So we've got general items, and then the skate card. So let's take a look at some general items. You've got adrenaline shots, blueprints, crosses, dirty rags, emergency flares, energy bars, energy drinks, firecrackers, fresh batteries, glow sticks, journals, kerosene, lantern, leather jacket, lucky dice, makeshift IV, motion detector, painkillers, rabbit's foot, security bar, sedative, survival kit, torch, and a tourniquet. All of those are unique. Amazing. Next we have our escape deck, and we've got the different kind of icons for the baddies on there, and then the different areas we're currently in. So the amusement park or the sawmill. So there's all the different ways out there. We've got 3 for revealed. So that's what happens when they get spotted, I guess. We have 1 hatchling card. And then we have conditions and attacks and abilities. And I believe these must be all the adversary cards. So all with different different abilities and stuff there. So I imagine they're going to play quite differently when we do that. I don't know. I guess they're also in there. I don't know. I'll have to have a look. We have some spirit cards in here as well. We have objective items. Batteries, frayed ropes, fuses, lockboxes, repair kits, a hook, spark plugs, ritual knife, rope circle, flare gun, ammo, angle grinder, and ride parts. And we've got a bunch of events. We have some cursed items. A couple of medical items. And then some more general items. Then we have wound cards and condition cards in there. So kind of wounds, breathless, discharge, dying battery, fractured foot, mistrust, slip disc. So quite a few different wounds in there. And conditions, bleeding, euphotoxin, darkness, gear jam, mold, neurotoxin, paranoid. So that's everything you get in the base game there, but we're going to carry on. Let's take a look at the mini expansion. So a mini expansion that introduces 5 alternate versions of existing item cards. So we've got the adrenaline shot, a cross, a dirty rag, lantern, and rabbit's foot. So these are just alternate versions. So we'll just chuck them on top, and I won't know which is which. Next we go into Nightfall. So we're going to be getting, when fending off the darkness is life or death, the tools you bring with you are crucial to your survival. With 4 new large flashlight templates and 12 flashlight augment cards, the Nightfall expansion gives investigators many ways to fight back against the supernatural. In addition, 5 new items and 2 investigators will aid your team in the struggle to escape the dark. So what do we get in here? Well, we get a little instruction booklet. This is a little instruction poster. It's a fold out. So this is what you're getting in here. Junior characters, some more icons, tokens even. Wow, that is a huge flashlight. That's the regular one. So yeah, you are really going to be opening this up. Now, interestingly, we have even more standees, although there's enough in the base game that you can just swap out your characters. Because you'll never play with all the characters at once, I imagine. So we have Kaya Prosser, she's a survival lady, and we have Winston Pitts, who's support. So yeah, still only 1 scout character in there. And then we have some more item cards. So cursed item, inscribed axe, some general items, flashbang, lens filter, reflector and spotlight. Then these new flashlight cards. Wide angle lens, convex lens, black light, focus beam, power cell, backup light, floodlight, UV light mount, heat lamp, overcharge, and solar power. So, nice thing is this is probably all going to fit straight into here. So we're just going to mix all this stuff in from the offset. But that's everything again inside the Stifling Dark. This is a 1v mini game. I'm so excited to get this to the table. It just looks so cool with the flashlights and just, yeah. It's just going to be fun. So if you want to check this out on the channel, stay tuned. We'll put this up in the not too distant future. And I'll try and get a 3-player game of this sorted. Because I think 3-player when you're doing 1 versus many is a good kind of sweet spot for that. Anyway, I've been the ever excitable Adam. Until next time, guys, stay safe or die rolling.